Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Coach Ryan. Uh, Thanks for volunteering at camps this year. For a lot of you, I've already known you for a number of years, met you, probably done some baseball stuff with you. So for those of you that are that person, it'll be good to see you again because I haven't seen some of you in a while. Some of you, I've never met you. I've been exchanging emails with you or your family, so it'll be good to meet you. Hi, I'm Ryan. I just want to do a quick video. Hopefully it doesn't take more than 8 or 10 minutes. Watch it, make sure you understand everything I'm talking about. If you got to watch it again, watch it again. There's a lot of stuff I want to go over here. We'll go over kind of real quick. There's a lot that you'll learn on the fly, and that just means you'll learn it as you're doing it. In years past, I've done like an in-person thing where we go over a bit of an orientation. Past couple years through COVID, I've done it over Zoom. It's helpful, but this is just as helpful because, as I had just said, the majority of what you're going to learn, you'll learn while we're there and you'll learn while we're doing it. So this will have you prepared enough. Maybe some of you are a little stressed out about thinking, oh no, I got to be a volunteer at a summer camp. I don't know how to be a counselor. Don't worry, it's pretty easy. I'll explain once we get there as we go. So I want to go over a couple things, and then at the end I'm going to give you something that I need you to do. So don't watch 2 minutes of this and then turn it off, because there's going to be a piece of this where I need you to actually do something, and I know it's the end of the school year and now I'm giving you homework, but I need you to do it. Okay, so first and foremost, as a counselor in camp, you have a couple jobs. You have to keep the kids safe. We'll talk about a lot of rules that are going to result in them staying safe, but keep that in mind. Your job is to keep the kids safe, because ultimately people are bringing their kids to our camp, and I gotta make sure that they have a good day, safe day, fun day, hopefully, and that they can go back with their parents or guardians at the end of the day knowing that everything was okay. So you gotta help me to keep the kids safe. That's very important. You gotta help me, and you gotta make sure that the camp stays inclusive. If you don't know what that means, it just means everybody's included. For sure, there's going to be little cliques and groups that form, kids that already know each other, kids that like this guy because he's good at ball and they don't like that kid because he's not as good at ball, whatever. Be inclusive, bring all the kids together as much as you can. If you notice that one kid is kind of being pushed out, try to do everything you can to bring them back in. If you notice that the kids are kind of ganging up on each other or kind of being bullies, you got to knock it off right away. You got to know how to squash that. It's hard to do. I can help you, but be as inclusive with the kids as you can. Keep it fun. Try to make it fun. It's camp. So try to make camp fun. You don't have to necessarily be fun. You have to make camp fun for the kids. Let me explain a little bit more about that. Your job is to be a counselor. Your main job, your first job is to be a counselor. There's many things that you have to do in order to be a good counselor. Some of the things that I was just saying. Make sure we're following the rules. Make sure the kids are being safe. So be a counselor first and foremost. Second, be a coach. Coach them in some baseball stuff. This isn't a camp environment where we're doing the most hardcore training and we're getting kids ready for scholarships. They're 7 years old to 13 years old. We're trying to help them have fun, and we're trying to teach them a thing or two. So if you can, be a coach as much as possible. Primarily be a counselor. Secondarily, be a coach. Third, try to be a bit of a role model, a bit of a mentor, show the kids how they ought to act. So they don't understand what it is to be inclusive, you can explain it to them. They need to understand that they are accountable. Show them what accountability is. Fourth, the last thing you would do, and you will probably not even do this. Let me explain what I mean. The fourth thing you would do is kind of be like a cool guy, because that's kind of fun for the kids. But if you're thinking about being a cool guy, then you're not doing a good job as a counselor. I've had a lot of counselors in the past who try to look like the cool guy and act like, hey, Coach Ryan, can I go play catch? No. Coach Ryan, can I do batting practice? Absolutely not. Don't ever swear around the kids. Don't be involved in the jokes that they have going on. Remember, they're not your peers. As much as it might get kind of amusing when they're goofing around and having fun, don't get involved, because now you're trying to be a peer and you're trying to be cool with the kids. It doesn't work out well. You got to be removed from that stuff. Don't try to be the cool guy. Be a counselor, be a coach, mentor them. And if you're doing all of those things amazingly and an opportunity comes to kind of be a cool guy, that's cool. But don't think about being a cool guy first, because then you're not going to do a good job as a counselor, and I'm not going to want to have you back as a staff, or even next summer if you want to volunteer again. So keep that in mind. Be a counselor first. And what does that mean? That means assisting, it means supporting, it means running the practices, running the drills. It means following your partner's lead, because often you'll be paired with one of my staff members. Every once in a while, I'll get some of you volunteers to lead some drills, but rarely is that going to be the case. You're usually going to be working with one of the staff members. So that doesn't mean that you get to do nothing and they do everything. That means they take the lead, you actively support, you help, you run the drill, you run the game with them, but you don't have to feel the pressure to run things, because that's probably something that's going to be done mainly by the staff members. Take some initiative, give input, and what that means is, just because the staff member said we're going to do this drill, if you notice it not going good, step up and be like, hey man, I don't think this is going that good. What if we switched it and did it like this? Then you can adjust and you can do something better. So just because you're a volunteer and you're not in the leading role doesn't mean you're not a part of it. Stay active, stay engaged in your mind. Try to think of how to keep doing it good, and if it's not going good, try to think of how we can do it a little bit better. You're going to learn a lot as we go, as I said, so don't worry about feeling unprepared. Really quickly, right away, you're going to see the flow of how the camp works, and you're going to be able to kind of jump right in and be a part of it. So you'll learn a lot as we go. Don't show up feeling stressed out. If you haven't been a part of my camps in the past, you'll see that one of the reasons the kids really like my camps is because it's pretty chill. It's very much go with the flow. There isn't a rigid schedule of what we keep. I change things up if I determine that the schedule needs to be changed up a little bit, and I need you to just help me in going with that flow. So be adjustable with how the day is working out, because it might look like it's going this way, but I might realize the kids aren't into this, so I might all of a sudden change it and go over here, and I need you to assist me with that. So a couple important things, just kind of rules for you to know. Stay neutral, be in the middle. If the kids are over here and they're freaking out, you got to stay in the middle and try to help everything get solved. Don't pick a side. Don't tell little Johnny he's wrong because little Stevie is right. Try to figure out how to make everything okay. It's challenging for you to do it. Some of you guys are only 14, some of you 15 to 18 through high school, so this might be a challenging thing to think about, that you're kind of in charge of things, but stay neutral as much as you can. Try to be in the middle. Don't pick a side. Don't ever swear. Don't ever swear. Never swear. I'm going to say it again. Do not swear ever. Never swear. Have your phone with you. Have your ringer on all the time. I might need to call you through the day, and there's nothing worse for me than when I need to call you and you're at the other end of the field and you're not answering your phone, and then when I ask you 20 minutes later, why didn't you answer your phone? Forgot to put my ringer on. Turn your phone on. Have it in your pocket all the time. I might need to call you. When there's a drill going on and you're at a station with a group of kids, make them clean it up. Don't walk away from the batting cage and tell the kids to go have a snack and the balls are everywhere, and then you come to me, hey Ryan, the kids didn't clean up the balls. You told them to leave and they didn't clean up yet. You have to make them clean up their station before they leave. Phone's ringing, please ignore it. So yeah, the cleaning up of a drill is going to be on you if you don't get the kids to do it. It's part of accountability. It's part of being in camp. So make sure that the kids are aware of this. Every time you leave a station with the kids, you have to clean it up and leave it as it was so the next group showing up can do what they need to do. We'll play games every day. When we're playing games, stay active, stay engaged, don't tune out. Gameplay time doesn't mean, oh, thank God it's a game, now I can go sit on the bench and do nothing for an hour. There are many jobs to do during the games. Everybody will have a job, and you'll constantly be doing that job, whether it's keeping score and keeping the batting lineup in order, or being the catcher, or being the pitcher, or wrangling the kids to make sure that they're ready. There's always something to do, so when we're playing in the games, stay very active, stay very engaged, and that's a good rule for the whole week. If you stay engaged and think about how to do a good job, the week goes quick. If you start getting bored and tired of it and you don't want to be here and you're checking your phone every 5 minutes to see what time it is, it's going to be a really long week. So do good work. Stay active, stay engaged, pay attention to what's going on. Make sure the kids are eating lunch. Make sure they're eating. Make sure they're drinking water. Making sure they're putting on sunblock. Some kids are going to have allergies, so make sure we're paying attention to not 9 kids busting out peanuts. Nobody should be eating peanuts. All the parents know this. A big thing too, and this is maybe the last thing, everybody right now, this is my phone number, 647-853-1927. This is my number. Save my number in your phone. I also, and this is the homework piece, so save my number in your phone. Save my number in your phone. You should all have my email address too, and you would have received this video in an email because I sent you a link in the email. I want you to reply to that email, send me your phone number in the email, and let me know any days for the camp week that you're coming that you might arrive a little late or that you might have to leave a little early. I need that information. It helps me plan the days as effectively as possible. So again, save my phone number in your phone. This email that you received with this video in it, reply to that email. I want it to be in one conversation. I don't want to get 90 emails from 90 different people. Reply to this email. Let me know your phone number and let me know any days that you might have to leave early from camp or you might be arriving a little bit late. I hope you all got that. Watch the video again if there's some things you're unsure of. If you got any questions that you need to ask me, go ahead and call me or text me or email me. Some of you are volunteering at the beginning of the summer. I'll email everybody maybe a week or 5 or 6 days before your camp week just to check in. just to make sure you're good. So if you're volunteering over the next couple weeks soon, I'll be sending you that email pretty quick. But again, if you're not volunteering until August, you're not going to get an email from me for a while. Like if you're volunteering the first week of August, the last week of July, I'll send you an email saying, hey, just want to check in, make sure we're good for camp. See you on Monday. So again, don't worry about a lot of the stuff that you're going to have to learn. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to learn, but I'm really good at teaching everybody on the fly. The staff members, the counselors that have done this previously that you're going to be paired up with a lot for the week, they know the whole thing, so they'll help you learn it. Reach out to me if you got any questions. Reach out to me if you got any concerns. Don't forget to do the homework that I just gave you. And other than that, if you need to reach out to me to let me know any questions that you got. That's it. Take it easy, and I'll see some of you soon. I'll see some of you in a couple weeks. I'll see some of you towards the end of the summer. Until then, keep playing ball. Hope your school year was good. Take it easy.